2009, with a whole crisis happening, full blown. I was actually that year I was invited to Davos, and I was actually a speaker and panelist in Davos. And when all this traditional media and new media discussions were happening, like what was going to happen with these issues, and I kind of realized in early 2009 that it was going to be very hard for Sonico to compete with the likes of Facebook and the sort. I was seeing the global network effect that was taking in effect, and mostly because also there was an aspirational aspect to Facebook. You know, people that maybe had Sonico or Orkut and things of the sort, culturally, people would see like, oh, Facebook, well, Facebook is for like people in developed countries, and eventually it became a better product. So 2009 was a hard year for me because of that realization that I had lost the boat in a sense of trying to do the VC growth spurt, super speed and raising capital and selling the business. But and it was a hard moment. 2009 was a hard moment for me, realizing again that instead of having done the path of organic growth of something that was very sustainable, I tried to superpower a product growth, which was very risky, and just feeling that it was going to be very hard to build a sustainable business with Sonico. So actually early in 2010, I have to fire a whole bunch of people, and I decide that through all the businesses that we had, that we should start and organize the company as a company builder. I mean, we had, you know, the calling card business, the Cumple Alerta, Tu Postal, Sonico, and we started thinking about other businesses at the same time in 2010. And at that moment, one of the realizations that I had was, if we have the calling card business, which was the e-commerce part of this whole combination of companies, and we had this Sonico that had massive amount of users, millions of users, what was the single biggest problem that we could solve in Latin America? And for me, once really studying the market, we realized, like, look, there's 600 million people in Latin America, of which there's 500 million phones, of which 80% of those phones are prepaid. And of those, everybody's going physically to stores to pay for their mobile top up. And I said, maybe we can sell these things online through a website and be something very convenient to customers, right? So, I mean, maybe I can come back to the story, but basically at the end, Sonico, we sold it for not much money that we eventually used to just funnel more capital into building Recargo Pay.